بإحسان إلى يوم الدين أما بعد فيا عباد الله أوصيكم وأوصي نفسي بتقوى الله إن الله يقول بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الناس واتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. الحمد لله على نعمة الإسلام وكفى بها نعمة. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala begins his book that he sent down to humanity as the final guidance for human beings. He begins it by a clear demarcation of human society, the categories that human beings fall into. The Salaf used to say, if you want to know yourself, then look into the book of Allah because you'll find your descriptions there. Because every single human being is described in the book of Allah. And the general classification that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives is 3 types only. That all of human beings will fall into one of these 3 categories. The first category is a mu'min. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives 4 ayah, 4 verses in the Quran to describe the mu'min in the beginning of the book. There are many verses in the Quran that describe the mu'minun. قَدْ أَفْلَحَ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ. The beginning of Surah Al-Mu'mineen is a beautiful description of the mu'minun. But in the beginning of Al-Baqarah, which after Fatihatul Kitab is actually the beginning of the Quran, the beginning of the clarification of this hidayah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uses 4 ayah, very clearly describe them as people who believe in the unseen, who give out from what they give, those who believe in the revelations that came previous and believed in what has come to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So the mu'minun are people who say La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah, and believe in all that that entails. The next group of people are the kafirun. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives 2 verses to talk about these people. They're very easy people to understand. They simply reject the truth. The mu'min, his outward and his inward is the same. The kafir, his outward and his inward is the same. They simply reject the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The third classification is the Munafiqun, the people of nifaq. And nifaq, there are 13 ayah that follow to make clear to this ummah who are the Munafiqun. 13 ayah that follow. Ibn Qayyim al-Jawziyah radiyallahu anhu says there are 13 ayahs because there are so many. There are so many. And because of their harm on this ummah. Because of their harm on this ummah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala clarifies them. Ibn Qayyim al-Jawziyah says if you read the book of Allah, you will find that a good deal of the subject matter concerns these people. Allah tells us, hum al-adu, that they're the enemy. Fahdarhum, beware of them. Qadarhum Allah, may Allah destroy them. Beware of these people. Now, nifaq described in the hadith, because there are 2 types of nifaq. Nifaq al-akbar wa nifaq al-asghar. The greater nifaq and the lesser nifaq. And many Muslims feel safe from nifaq, from hypocrisy, which according to Hasan al-Basri, that is hypocrisy itself. Hasan al-Basri radiyallahu anhu said, مَا أَمِنَهُ إِلَّا مُنَافِقٌ. No one feels safe from nifaq except the munafiq. وَمَا خَافُهُ إِلَّا مُؤْمِنٌ. And no one fears it except the mu'min. Umar ibn al-Khattab radiyallahu anhu, the one that the Prophet ﷺ said, لو سرق في الجنة سرق الشيطان في الجنة آخر. If he went down a path, shaitan would find another path to go down. Umar, when he went to Hudayfa, who had all the names of the Munafiqun, the Prophet named them one by one to Hudayfa ibn al-Yaman. Umar said, أَنْشَدْتُكَ بِاللَّهِ, I'm asking you by Allah, an oath by Allah, أَسَمَّانِي رَسُولُ اللَّهِ مِنْهُمْ, did Allah name me from amongst them? أَسَمَّانِي رَسُولُ اللَّهِ sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He's asking, أُنْشِدُكَ بِاللَّهِ, tell me by Allah as an oath, did the Prophet ﷺ mention me when he gave you the names of the Munafiqeen? Umar ibn al-Khattab. And Hudayfa ibn al-Yamani radiallahu anhu said, لا ولا أزكي بعدك أحدا. He didn't name you, and I won't give tazkiyah to anyone after you. Anyone comes to me and asks me, I'm not going to tell, but you I'm going to tell. And he told Umar radiallahu anhu. And this is the khawf of Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu. Ibn al-Mulayka said, أدركت 30 من أصحاب رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم كلهم يخاف على أنفسهم النفاق. I knew 30 of the people of the tabi'i. This tabi'i, Ibn al-Mulayka said, I met 30 of the Sahaba of the Prophet ﷺ. All of them said, all of them, he said, feared for themselves that they were Munafiqun. 30 of the Sahaba, and they all feared nifaq. Now the Prophet ﷺ said that أربعون من كنا في أحد كلها كان منافقا خالصا. There are 4 things that if they're in one of you, he's a complete munafiq, which indicate that there's complete munafiq and there's less than complete munafiq, partial munafiqun. He said that the complete munafiq, he said, إذا حدث كذب, إذا حدث كذب. If he speaks, he lies. وإذا أتمنى خان, إذا أتمنى خان. If he's given a trust, he's treacherous. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تخونوا الله والرسول وتخونوا أمانتكم. Oh, you who believe, don't be treacherous to Allah and His Messenger in this oath. And by being treacherous to Allah and His Messenger, then don't break your promises, your amanat, your trust that have been given to you. وَأَنْتُمْ تَعْلَمُونَ, and you know yourselves. You know yourselves. That is nifaq, when you do something with knowledge. The Prophet Hudayfa again was asked by one of the Sahaba, one of the Tabi'een, مَا النِّفَاق, what is nifaq? And he said, أَن تَتَكَلَّمْ بِالْإِسْلَامِ وَلَا تَعْمَلْ بِهِ. That you speak about Islam and you don't act by it. That is the definition of nifaq. The Prophet ﷺ said in a hadith that is related by Tabarani, he said sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, إِنَّ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ كَلِمَةٌ أَلَّفَ اللَّهُ بِهَا قُلُوبَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. This La ilaha illallah is a word that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has joined the hearts of the believers by this word. فَمَنْ قَالَهَا وَأَتْبَعَهَا بِالْعَمَلِ الصَّالِحِ فَذَلِكَ الْمُؤْمِنِ. The one who says it and then follows the saying of it with righteous action, that is the mu'min. That's a mu'min. قُلْ آمَنْتُ بِاللَّهِ ثُمَّ اسْتَقِمْ. Say, I believe in Allah, and then be upright. Istiqamah. And then he said, وَمَنْ قَالَهَا وَأَتْبَعَهَا بِالْفُجُورِ فَهُوَ مُنَافِقٌ. But the one that says it and then does the fujur, he is a munafiq. That is a munafiq. Those who speak about Islam and don't do it. And this is maqam al-yahud. In reality, this is maqam al-yahud. The people that know the truth and they don't act according to it. So these munafiqeen have these 4 qualities. If one of them is there, if all 4 are there, he's complete munafiq. Either utumina khan. If he's given an amana, he breaks it. The greatest amana that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given human beings is the amana of Islam. There is no higher amana. لا تخون الله والرسول. Don't be treacherous to Allah and His Messenger who gave you this ni'mah, this blessing of Islam. So this is the greatest khiyana. And the Prophet ﷺ said, al-makru wal-khadi'a wal-khiyana fi an-nar. That makr, plotting and strategy and khuda', trickery, and khiyana and treachery, all of these are in the fire. These are in the fire. So the people of makr, the people of khuda', of khadi'a, and the people of khiyana are in the fire. And the Prophet ﷺ said in the hadith sahih that al-kha'inu ya'ti bi yawm al-qiyamah bi liwa'i qadrihi min istihi. That the treacherous one will come on Yawm al-Qiyamah with the flag of his treachery coming from his backside, to let everybody know on Yawm al-Qiyamah that he was kha'in. That he was kha'in. The next one is the kadhib. The root of nifaq is kadhib, because it's a lie. Nifaq is a lie. The outward and the inward are not the same. This is the root core of nifaq, is to lie. And this is why the Prophet ﷺ, when he was asked, أَيَكُونُ مُؤْمِنٌ جَبَانًا يَا رَسُولُ اللَّهِ نعم. Can a mu'min be a coward? Yes. أَيَكُونُ الْمُؤْمِنُ بَخِيلًا يَا رَسُولُ اللَّه. Can a mu'min be a miser? نعم. Even zina and sariqah in the hadith of Abu Dharr, the one who fornicate and steal. أَيَكُونُ الْمُؤْمِنُ كَذَّابًا يَا رَسُولُ اللَّهِ. Can a mu'min be a liar? لا. In the hadith, يُتْبَعُ الْمُؤْمِنُ عَلَى الْخِلَالِ كُلِّهَا إِلَّا الْكِذِبِ. The mu'min can be habituated to all of characteristics, good and bad, except for lying, al-kidhib. It's impossible. So the munafiq, his outward and his inward, are in this dissonant state. They're not the same. He's sick. فِي قُلُوبِهِمْ مَرَضٍ. In their hearts is a disease. فَزَادَهُمُ اللَّهُ مَرَضًا. Allah increases them in their sickness. فَلَمَّا زَاغُوا أَزَاغَ اللَّهُ قُلُوبَهُمْ. When they went astray, Allah deviated their hearts even further. Because when the truth is given and you turn against it, لَا مِنْ هَؤُلَاءِ وَلَا مِنْ هَؤُلَاءِ. They're not from these, they're not from those. They look for where the maslahah is, where they're worldly, not akhirah, not the other world, where the dunya benefit is. If the Muslimun are in strength, ghanima, anfal, innana nahnu ma'akum, we're with you. But if the mu'mins are weak and low, then they turn and go with the other people, whoever has the maslahah, unless they go in to with their desires. Now this is complete munafiq. This is those إِذَا خَلُوا إِلَى شَيَاطِينِهِمْ. The one that when they go back with their own selves, they say, إِنَّا مَعَكُمْ. We're with you. We're with you. This is what they say when they go with their shayateen. Which Ibn Abbas said, the shayateen here are shayateen al-ins, not of jinn. They don't go alone with the jinn. When they go with the shayateen al-ins, with the shayateen of human beings, ru'asa al-kufr, the heads of kufr, and these type of things. They go and they meet, they have summit meetings and all these types of things. And this is where they plan to destroy anything that is of the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the kidhib, إِذَا حَدَّثَ كِذِب, the woman cannot be kadhab. And the Prophet ﷺ said, إِيَّاكُمْ وَالظَّنِّ فَإِنَّ الظَّنَّ أَكْثَبُ الْحَدِيثِ. Beware of suspicion and conjecture, because this is the most lying of hadith. And from Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu, the Prophet ﷺ said, كَفَى بِالْمَرْءِ كِذِبًا أَنْ يُحَدِّثَ بِكُلِّ مَا سَمِعَ. It's enough that a man is a liar that he relates everything he hears. People now, they have no sense of a'rad of the Muslims. Muslims amongst themselves have no sense of ird, of what the honor of a human being is. The ird is mahfuz in Sharia. It's a protected and preserved entity of the human condition. That each one of us has a ird. You cannot make hatk al-a'rad. Especially if someone is mustatirun, if he's hiding. If you see somebody that does a wrong action and he did it in secret, but you attala'ta alayh, you saw it in a situation where you would normally have seen it, then it's wajib to make sitar of his awrah. You have to veil his faults.
When one man was brought for drinking, and the Sahabas in the Riyadh al-Salihin, the Sahaba were beating him because the Prophet commanded him to beat him. He said, "Akhsahu shaitan." One of the Sahaba said, "Akhsahu shaitan." May shaitan just take him away. And the Prophet ﷺ said, "La tu'inu shaitanhu alayk." Don't help shaitan with him. Make dua for him. Don't make dua against him. Raise the mu'min up. Don't lower him down. People, they just speak, they take rumors and spread them around amongst people, speaking, having no concern about what it means. When I was at the ISNA conference last week, Jamal al-Badawi, we were having lunch, and he said, somebody told me, he told me that you were Habashi, min al-Ahbash. This is what he said to me. He said, somebody said you were Habashi. And I said, what did you say? He said, it's impossible. I said it was impossible. And I said, Jazakallah khairan. He said, I'm from some group in Lebanon that calls everybody kafir that disagrees with them. Like Ibn Taymiyyah, if anybody disagrees with them, they're kafir. But so who's saying that? And why? And what right do they have to say that about? What do they know about me? Give me a call on the phone and ask me. Or come to me and say, are you from the... If somebody's... Come to me. Why are you going around spreading it to other people? And I told Jamal Badawi, when I was in England, somebody played a tape for me of a speaker whose tapes are circulating, saying that Jamal Badawi said the Prophet made mistakes in ijtihad that we have to correct. We were just sitting there amazed. And I just thought, alhamdulillah, the Hasan al-Basri used to, if somebody did namima or riba or buhtan, that's called buhtan. Because when you hear it, tambahit. Buhtan is saying something that's not true about somebody, that when they hear it, they're like shocked. They go into shock. Where did they get that? That's a buhtan. It's one of the worst things you can do in Islam. And this is people, it's a light thing. إِنَّ الْمَرْءَ يَتَكَلَّمُ بِالْكَلِمَةِ لَا يُلْقِي لَهَا بَالًا. A man will say a word and give no thought to it coming out. وَالتَّهْوِيبِهِ 40 خَرِيفًا فِي النَّارِ. It's going to take him 40 seasons into the fire. يتكلم بالكلمة لا يلقي لها بالا. Or يتكلم بالكلمة من سخط الله, something Allah hates. He doesn't give it any thought. Somebody told me about a da'iyah that he saw him drinking wine. I said, Wallahi, if I was Omar, I'd have you beaten right now. That's what I said. If I was Omar, I would have you beaten right now. It's qadh. You have no taqwa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even if you see it, you can't say it. I mean, we have a deen, we have a sharia. We don't have fawda, just anarchy, everybody does what they want. This is all from nifaq. This is nifaq because there's no taqwa. And people just speaking what they say, not thinking about things. And it's all over. Now it's on internet. And internet, wallahi, this is the worst type because it's cowards that don't even write their names. They just put things out there with the data sphere. Putting lies about people, slander, things like this. Without any taqwa. Nothing. وَإِذَا حَدَّثَ كَذِبَ. People have to have fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala about other Muslims. And the best thing is just shut up. مَنْ كَانَ يُؤْمِنُ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ فَلْيَقُلْ خَيْرًا أَوْ لِيَصْمُتْ. Just say good or just shut up. Why take yourself to hell? What benefit? Is there benefit in going around and saying these things? What is the benefit? I mean, mu'mins are supposed to be people that weigh maslahah and mafsada. They weigh benefit and harm before they do actions. What's the benefit? I met a man in Mauritania. He used to speak so slow it was hard to listen to him. He would speak like, and then he went, and I asked somebody if he had a sickness. Why was it so? Why? He said that man, from what he had heard, because he knew him, he knew the tribe he was from, for over 40 years, he has been watching every word that come out of his mouth. And before he speaks it, he weighs it in the mizan on Yawm al-Qiyamah. What's going to happen? Is there benefit? Is there harm? Is it a lie? Is he absolutely certain? There was a woman, Abdullah ibn Mubarak, which is well known. he's a sahih athar, sound. He met a woman out in the middle of the desert, and when he spoke to her, he asked her, every single thing she answered was from Quran. He asked her, where are you going? And she said, Subhanalladhi asra bi'abdihi laylan min al-masjid al-haram ila al-masjid al-aqsa. Glory to the one. He knew she was coming from Hajj, going to Masjid al-Aqsa. And then he asked her, when he said, when he asked her, he put her up on the horse, on his camel, and her legs showed. And she said, قُلْ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ يَغُضُّوا مِنْ أَبْصَارِهِمْ. Tell the believers to lower their gaze. And then he asked her if she was married. He said he was interested in marrying the woman. He asked her if she was married. She said, لَا تَسَلْ عَنْ أَشْيَاءٍ تَبْدُو لَكُمْ تَسُؤُكُمْ. Don't ask about things. If you get the answer, it's going to make you feel bad. And then when the whole journey, she just spoke from Quran. When they got to the caravan that she had got lost from, he asked if he had anybody in there. And she said, Al-mal wal-banun zinatul hayatul dunya. She had wealth and sons in the caravan. And then he said, what were their names? Ya Yahya, khudh al-iqtitabi qawwa. And she gave the names of the sons. And then when they came out, he called them. They came out. He said it was like 3 moons came down from the sky. And then he said, Wallahi, tell me about this woman. I have to know. He said that she was told by a scholar that every word that came out of her mouth based on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's word, وَمَا يَلْفِظُ مِنْ قَوْلٍ إِلَّا لَدَيْهِ رَقِيبٌ عَتِيدٌ. They will not utter an utterance except over it is 2 watchers marking down everything. When she heard that ayah, she made a hifz that she would never speak except on the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the type of people that were in this ummah. I mean, from such deep fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And now the people, the tongues, they just roll. There's a hadith that shaitan, as the man begins to speak, shaitan puts honey on the tip of the tongue. And he said, on the tip of the tongue, which is where the sugar buds are. Right? That's where you taste sweetness, is on the tip, not on the back. He puts it on the tip of the tongue to make the word, because shaitan wants you just to keep talking until you make mistakes. So he gets the person talking until they make mistakes. فَمَنْ حَدَّثَ كَذَبَ وَمَنْ أَكْثَرَ كَلَامُهُ أَكْثَرَ أَخْطَأَهُ. The one that has much speech will have many mistakes. Imam Malik was asked about a man. He said, نِعْمَ الرَّجُلُ إِلَّا أَنَّهُ يَتَكَلَّمْ كَلَامَ شَهْرٍ فِي يَوْمٍ وَاحِدٍ. He's a good man except he speaks a month's worth of words in one day. كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أصمت الناس. He was the most silent of people. كان يمزح ولا يقول إلا الحق. He used to be light and make something sweet to make people laugh. But he would never say except the truth. He would use humor, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He said, الصمت حكمة وقليل فاعله. Silence is wisdom, and how few are those who act by it. So this munafiq just speak and without any fear, has no fear of the repercussions of what he's saying, has no fear about speaking about believers, about Muslims who have irq from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that a'rabuhum are mahfudha. المسلم من سلم المسلمون من لسانه ويده. And in a riwayah صحيحة من سلم الناس. People in general. The Muslim is the one who people in general, or who the Muslims are safe from his hand and his tongue. But munafiq don't care. They don't care about that. And then he said, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, إِذَا عَاهَدَ غَدَرَ. If he has some contract or some oath or agreement between people, he's treacherous in it. Similar to khiyana. He doesn't care about his oaths and contracts that he makes with people. وَتَخُونُ أَمَانَتِكُمْ. You'll break your trust and oaths. لَا إِيمَانَ لِمَنْ لَا أَمَانَةَ لَهُ. He has no iman, the one who has no trust. There's no iman there. And then, إِذَا خَاصَمَ فَجَرَ. If he is bad if he gets in some argument, then he is foul. He becomes foul. And this is a sign. Each one of these are signs for Muslims to look into themselves and see the signs of nifaq. And there are other signs. إِذَا قَامُوا إِلَى الصَّلَاةِ قَامُوا كُسَالًا. يُرَاءُونَ النَّاسِ. When they get up to the prayer, they're just lazy. They're only doing it for other people to see. وَلَا يَذْكُرُونَ اللَّهَ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. And they only remember Allah a tiny portion. And this is one of the biggest signs of nifaq. And the greatest protection of nifaq is to remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because Allah says, لَا يَذْكُرُونَ اللَّهَ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. They only remember Allah a short amount of time. So the people who remember Allah much, they might be other things, but they won't be munafiq. When Sayyidina Ali was asked about the Khawarij, they asked him, أَكُفَّارٌ قَالْ بَلْ مِنَ الْكُفْرِ هَرَبُوا. They fled from kufr. أَمُنَافِقُونَ هُمْ قَالْ بَلْ يَذْكُرُونَ اللَّهَ كَثِيرًا وَلَا يَذْكُرُونَ اللَّهَ الْمُنَافِقُونَ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. They make much remembrance of Allah, the Khawarij, but so they're not munafiq, because munafiq only does a little remembrance of Allah. So they asked him, what are they then? قَالْ إِخْوَانُنَا بَغُوا عَلَيْنَا. They're Muslims who have just oppressed us. So munafiq does not do dhikr. And they wait, the hadith said they wait till the sun is yellow, the portion of the sun. أَثْقَلُ صَلَاةٍ عَلَى الْمُنَافِقِ الْعِشَى وَالْفَجْرِ. The heaviest prayers on the munafiq are Isha and Fajr. They don't pray them in the time. They don't care about the jama'ah, praying in the jama'ah. They have no concern about that. It's not important. The jama'ah, one of Hasan al-Basri, radiallahu anhu, they said he used to make ta'ziyah. He would make condolences for his companions who missed the prayer in a group. He would make condolences for them in the same way they said other people make condolences if one of us lost a child. I mean, this is the way these people were, these early people. They had such deep taqwa and fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ibn Abi Jamrah says the Isha and Fajr are heavy on them because it was dark. Nobody could see them. There was no benefit in going to the masjid. Because they would just go, nobody would see them. And their point was not to worship Allah, so other people could see them. And this is riyah, yura'un al-nas. The other, according to Ibn Qayyim al-Jawziyah, the two roots of nifaq are al-kidhb wa riyah. Kidhb and riyah. And really they're both, riyah is a type of kidhb in reality. But riyah is the other manifestation, that people do things for other than Allah. أَنَا أَغْنَى شُرَكَاءً. I am the richest of all the shuraka anni. فَمَنْ أَشْرَكَ بِيَ شَيْئًا فَأَنَا بَرِيءٌ مِّنْهُ. Whoever associates with me anything, I don't have anything to do with him. Nothing. Imam Malik was asked about a man who goes out to the prayer and his intention is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and on the way he hopes somebody sees him. What happens to his niyyah that was khalisa in the beginning and later went back? Malik radiallahu anhu said that he should continue and just seek refuge in Allah from shaitan, because shaitan's trying to pull a portion. Another thing the munafiqun do, when they pray, they look around. يَلْتَفِتُونَ iltifatat. They just look around. They're looking like this. And this is musibah. The prayer people should be focused. Either direct, according to Imam Malik, or down at the place of sujood. But their eyes should not be wandering. مَا طَغَى الْبَصَرُ وَمَا غَوَى. The Prophet ﷺ, his eye didn't divert or go astray. His intention was Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not the secrets of the unseen that the Isra showed him. When he saw things in the unseen world, the nar and Jannah and these type of things, portions of the unseen world that he was shown, he wasn't concerned. وَأَنَّ إِلَىٰ رَبِّكَ الْمُنْتَهَى. So the prayer is a key thing. If we want to preserve ourselves from nifaq, we have to be upright in our prayer. Now the two makhraj of al-kidhb wa riyah is ضعف البصيرة wa ضعف العزيمة. According to Ibn Qayyim al-Jawziyah, the kidhb comes because there's no basira. They don't see things as they truly are. They speak, they don't reflect on it. They don't weigh their balances, they don't do these type of things. And the other one is ضعف العزيمة. They have no strength. They have no strength. واصبر على ما أصابك. إن ذلك من عزم الأمور. You should be patient about what comes and afflicts you. The munafiq has no patience. He doesn't have patience. So when something afflicts you, you have patience. Why? Because you know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the munafiq doesn't know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The other thing, a sign of the munafiq, he doesn't give out. Shaykh Abdul Karim al-Rafa'i from Damascus in Jeddah told me, he said, Al-Iman bila infaq, nifaq. Iman without any infaq, without giving out, is nifaq. That's a nifaq. Why? Because they say, لا تنفقوا على من عند رسول الله حتى ينفضوا. Don't spend out with those who are with the Messenger of Allah until they disperse. وَلِلَّهِ خَزَائِنُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. But Allah has the storehouses of the heavens and the earth. Why don't they understand it? لا يفقهون. They have no fiqh, no understanding. Fiqh in the Arabic language, the real root meaning of fiqh, before it had the meaning of ahkam, they used to call the poets fuqaha. The poets were called fuqaha. One of the wife, Abu Talha, his wife, he had a jariyah, a maidservant, that came out of his room. And she saw it, وَأَنْكَرَتْهَا. She got upset. And she said, اقرأي القرآن. Read some Quran to me. She wanted to see if she was ala janaba, if she had been sleeping. And the woman read أنشدت شعرا. She recited some poetry. When she went to the Prophet ﷺ to complain, the Prophet ﷺ said, إِنَّهَا لَفَقِيهَةٌ. She's a faqihah. She understood what you meant, what you were trying to suss out. So the fiqh is to understand things behind what are the maqasid, what are behind the fuqah. The munafiqun have no access to that. They don't have access to that because they're duhad, they're ignorant. وَالْجَهْلُ الْعِلْمُ بِخِلَافِ الْحَقَائِقِ. The definition of ignorance is think of knowledge that is other than reality. It's not how reality is. So these are the munafiqun. So if we want to get out of these maqamat and these sicknesses, we have to look at the cure. The prayer, guarding the prayer in its time. Praying as much as possible with people in gathering. The best place, masjid. If the masjid is difficult for you because of distance or for whatever reason, at least pray with your family. Gather your family. Do these type of things. And then the other thing, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِن تَمْسَسْكُمْ حَسَنًا تَسُؤْهُمْ. If a good thing comes to you, the mu'minun, this they hate it, the munafiqun hate it. وَإِن تُصِبْكُمْ سَيَّةٌ يَفْرَحُوا بِهَا. And if a harm afflicts you, they're so happy. They're happy. وَإِن تَصْبِرُوا وَتَتَّقُوا لَا يَضُرُّكُمْ كَيْدُهُمْ شَيْئًا. This is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If we have patience, and if we have taqwa of Allah, then their plots against us cannot harm us. Now we're living in an age where literally the munafiq has taken over. And this is in the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يُعْجِبُكَ قَوْلُهُ فِي الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا وَيُشْهِدُ اللَّهَ عَلَى مَا فِي قَلْبِهِ وَهُوَ أَلَدُّ الْخِصَامِ. From those people in this world, you're impressed with their speech. يُعْجِبُكَ قَوْلُهُم. You are impressed with what they say. وَإِن يَقُولُوا تَسْمَعْ لِقَوْلِهِمْ. If they speak, you listen to what they say. But they're the worst enemies. وَإِذَا تَوَلَّى. When they, now one of the meanings of this ayah is when they take power. When they take power, سَعَى فِي الْأَرْضِ. They begin to travel in the earth or do their actions in the earth لِيُفْسِدَ فِيهَا وَيُهْلِكَ الْحَرْثَ وَالنَّسَلَ. In order to sow corruption. They want to corrupt. This is what they want to do. Sow corruption and destroy the agriculture and destroy nisl, which this is, Allah could have said dawab. He could have said dawab, but he said nasal, which any kullu ma yatanasal. Everything that procreates. They want to destroy procreation. Now the meaning that the early Mufassirin saw was that they want to destroy the livestock. In this age in which we live in, the Munafiqun have taken over all the Muslim countries. They're destroying the agriculture of the Muslim countries. Morocco in the 1950s was a self-dependent country with agriculture. Then they got into 5-year plans with banks. Now they're importing basic foodstuffs. And this is all over the Muslim world. Sayyidina Ali said, لا خير في قوم يأكلون ما لا يزرعون ويرثون ما لا ينسجون. There's no good in a people who don't eat what they produce themselves, and they don't wear what they make themselves. And this is the foundation of economics. Foundation of economics is that people are independent, that they're not dependent on other people. And now the whole Muslim Ummah is dependent on people outside of us. Why? Because tawalla. They've become into power. And this is what they want to do. So corruption, destroy the harb. Now they have cash cropping in Muslim countries. They make strawberries. They make things to sell in the marketplaces of Europe and America, while people in those countries are hungry and don't have basic food stocks. They're destroying the agriculture of the country so people can eat strawberries after their dinner in America and England and Europe. And the Muslims don't even have basic food stocks. And this is what Munafiqun do. But كَيْفَمَا تَكُونُوا يُوَلَّ عَلَيْكُمْ. How you are so are people put over you. If we're Munafiqun, that's who we have over us. If we're Munafiqun, that's who we have over us. That's what we get. They're just there for us to look at ourselves. You want to reflect on the Muslim world, just look at the people over us, because they are a mirror of our own reality. And the nasl, now they want to, because they know, if you study the logistics, the demographics of this, the Muslims are, within a very short period of time, if things continue as they are, they will be, outnumber all of the world's population. And they're frightened. They're terrified. So they send all these people into the Muslim countries to get birth control and all these type of things. Why? Why? In Germany, Sweden, and these places, they pay people to have children. They pay them to have children because they have zero population growth or negative population growth. They're paying. Why don't they just bring some of these brown people to Germany and put them to work if they're so worried about overpopulation? You see? No, because that's not the way they're thinking. They don't want what they fear, which is that they'll just kill themselves, destroy themselves off with all their sexual diseases and their hatred of children. Because they hate children. They don't like children. You try to rent a place in America with children. If you have 4 or 5 children, try to rent a house or rent an apartment with children. They don't want children. They create whole centers where you go live where you don't ever see children. And these are like the best places to live for a lot of these people, where there's no children. Because they don't like, we love children. The Prophet ﷺ loved children. And he honored children. We need to honor our children. He honored children. He didn't call them foul names. He honored them with beautiful names. He raised them up. He called them by the names of their fathers. Ibn so-and-so. He didn't say Wahshi, Ahmaq, Himar, Ghabi, Shaitan, جني شلك. سبحان الله. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى من والاه. Allah subhanahu the Prophet ﷺ said, الدنيا ملعونة وملعون ما فيها إلا ذكر الله وَمَا وَلَاهُ وَعَالِمًا وَمُتَعَلِّمًا. The whole of the world is cursed except the remembrance of Allah and what helped the remembrance of Allah, and those knowledgeable people and those on the path of learning and acquiring knowledge, and in a riwayah وَمُعِينٌ لَهُمَا, and those who help them. If they can't do it, they help them. I have nasiha, and people take it with good. Yawm al-Jumu'ah is a day that Allah has honored. And it's min sha'air Allah. وَمَنْ يُعَظِّمْ شَعَائِرَ اللَّهِ فَإِنَّهَا مِنْ تَقْوَى الْقُلُوبِ. This day is a day that Allah has exalted. It's Eid al-Mu'mineen that comes every week. There is a bab in al-Bukhari that says, bab an Yawm al-Jumu'ah, it's under Jumu'ah, bab an yalbis ahsan ma yajidu, that he should wear the best of what he finds. There's people come to Jumu'ah wearing t-shirts with Kafir corporation names and things like that on them. Wearing Levi's and things like that. This is Yawm al-Jumu'ah. This is a day you should honor this day. Honor coming to the masjid. I mean, wear your best clothes. Put leave on. Take a bath in the morning. And this is Yawm al-Jumu'ah, wallahi. And if we don't honor our day, then why should Allah honor us? Why should He raise us up? Why should He give us izzah? You can go on Sunday and go look at these Christians. Seriously. I mean, this is our deen. I'm not saying do what the Christians do. I'm saying doing what we're supposed to do. But go and look at the Christians on Sunday. And look how they dress. Look how they dress. And I'm not saying wear a suit and tie and thing. No, just dress good clothes, nice clothes. Put something nice on with the best that you have. But this, we have to do this. This is honoring our day here. اللهم اعز الاسلام والمسلمين واقطع دابر الكافرين. اللهم اعز الاسلام والمسلمين. اللهم انصر المجاهدين في كل مكان. اللهم انصرهم في بوسنيا وهرتزغوفينا والشيشان وفي فلسطين وفي كشمير وفي الفلبين وفي كل مكان حيث يجاهدون في سبيلك. اللهم لا تسلط علينا بذنوبنا من لا يرحمنا ولا يخافك فينا يا ارحم الراحمين واعز الاسلام. اللهم يا ارحم الراحمين خفف عن المسلمين في كل مكان. اللهم احفظنا في هذا المكان وبارك فينا وفي اهالينا واحفظ شبابنا واولادنا. اللهم احفظهم في هذا المجتمع. اللهم اعنا على غض البصر وعلى الكلام البذيء، واعنا على منع الكلام البذيء وعلى الامر بالمعروف. اللهم انك قلت وقولك الحق ان الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا ايها الذين امنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى ال سيدنا محمد كما صليت وسلمت وباركت على سيدنا ابراهيم في العالمين انك حميد مجيد. اقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين واقيم الصلاه.
الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح. قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
لا إله إلا الله. استووا واستقيموا واعتدلوا. The shoulders should be close together. Don't let shaitan become between the thighs. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح
ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفره إنه كان توابا. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله